Goodbye Western Australia, hello Northern Territory. What? No phone reception? My God, look at that speed limit, 130. Our first overnight free camping spot was Saddle Creek Campground. Beautiful backdrop to the campground. We even managed to have a campfire. Off we go again, and now over the Fitzroy River. We stopped at Timber Creek where diesel was $1.74.9 a litre and we actually had phone reception. Love this. Speak up, share your worries. We should all do that. Our next overnight stop was Gregory Rest Stop. Very scenic. This long dry grass near the caravan creeped me out though. How beautiful is this? Amazing sunset. Sunrise the next morning means we're going to be on the road. On the road we saw Captain Australia. He's doing a big lap of Australia and he's raising funds for the kids' cancer project. These boys stopped to give him some drinks. Check out Captain Australia's big lap on Facebook. We finally arrived in Katherine and we stayed at Discovery Park's Katherine. $53 a night, laundry $5 a load. well set out park with 2 pools, large sides, nice wide roads, far enough out of town, about 6k, to make you feel safe. Katherine River was about 400 metres from the back of the park. This statue is dedicated to the men and women of the Outback in appreciation for what they have done for the area. Highly recommend going to the Katherine Outback Experience.
Well, here we are at Katherine Outback Experience, just waiting for the show to start. Come and say hello to these guys over here. Hello. You want to talk to me? I don't think they want to talk to me. You're a bit scared, are you? Come over. Oh, that one's wants to go to the toilet. Yeah. No, they just want to stare at me. A couple of goats in this pen. This one's taking it easy. Looks like he's had too much to lunch. Might be pregnant. Oh, this one's a big one. Hello.
You got one with fun. See that white one over there? Yeah. That one was bombastic side dying. And I got scared.
Guinea fowls talking to you. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Look.
Oh. What? Look. Hello. 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 I haven't got anything to eat. Some chickens over here. Here we are. For the show to begin.
Overnight, all the budget for cutting the cattle stations. They couldn't afford any horse trainers, so I went singing at the caravan parks in town 4 nights a week. And those people said, "Hey, can we come and see what you're doing each day training horses and dogs?" So we started here about 10 years ago, underneath the tree out the back. No one came to the first show, which felt pretty good. I was doing 3 shows a week, and honestly, only 1 or 2 people would come. Often no one. All my mates would just drive around and rub it in when there's no one here. But I've done a lot of shows just to 1 person. But it didn't really worry me because the whole show, it's not really a polished show. We're still using horses. We've got to get trained for cattle stations in the show. So we just use them directly in here to get them worked. We'll bring a few other animals in, and then we'll bring in the working dogs, and a lot of people give us dogs they don't like or get along with. We just train them up, build up their confidence, and we sell them to farmers all around the country to work sheep or cattle. So again, it's sort of not really a scripted show. Otherwise, I think it'd be too boring for us, you know. We get someone else in the middle of the yard and just move the plastic bag. The horse's ear just starts watching me a little. And I can help out. See this? It's trying to have a little bit of a go. Good. And we just let its head go. Good. So what horses see to switch the tail, it's trying to put its head down and have a little buck. And I just rattle this a little bit, just to get its attention. Oh, steady on, mate. Good. Because I really want the one with the white boots on out in front. There she is. Now I want these guys to follow, so I wanted them single file, right? So I'm trying to teach them all to be single file, because eventually I want to have 15 horses.
I travel around Australia, contract mustering and heading up. Just anything with dogs and livestock. Real dogs, I use Kelpies. These collies they're a live teddy bear, you know. You have to put a battery in them to get them to move. I don't mind the difference between a collie and a Kelpie. Long as they're a good dog, you enjoy them, and they do what you want for them. That's the biggest thing, as you can see.
The station owners don't really like them because they've got no respect for fences. They go straight through fences and they wallow in the summer, mainly because they've got to get cool, so they get a mud sheet around them, insulate them, but also to protect them from the buffalo fly, this little fly that bites their back. These days they're mustered up, exported to Vietnam, Indonesia, the Philippines, but also trucked down south to a lot of dairies down there. Some mozzarella cheese comes from buffalo milk. This is her calf, little Roy. Okay, he's quite the character. He's best mate with Baz, the bull, the Brahman bull.
Emerald Ute. Choco. Ute. Choco Ute. Choco Ute. I try and get them to stay on there and just call one off that I want at a time. So Choco Ute. Choco. Choco. Choco Ute. Choco. Boy Ute. Choco. Sit. Choco. 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 Good boy. Oh, steady. Good on. Might have to get lead you in a second. Sit.
Fearless for you. If anyone wants fearless.
You start with me. I don't like to get rid of them until I got them right. So then they go out and people are happy with them. Oh, here, quick. Oh, too slow, dogs. Too slow.
Should have got a collie.
Oh no, where were they? Still waiting for directions.
A little bit higher. So we put a pad underneath the blue rug so the goat doesn't hurt the horse's back. But you've got to desensitise the horse so that it can take that sort of pressure. You can't just come and whack it on any old horse. So you've got to desensitise the horse. It's a lot of pressure, see, because if you're out mustering cattle and you've got to jump off your horse and pick up a baby calf that can't walk the distance, you're going to load it onto your horse like that. And so we've done a bit of groundwork with this one with Lisa over here up the front. But this is really its first. Right, so using my inside leg, I just pretend we're driving a boat. You got the rider at the back. I just playing time with that. Long straight road. He's going a little bit too far. So what I'm going to do is just make the circle a little bit tighter, just to slow him down a bit. Okay. Good. Got to keep him going though. So if he goes to buck or take off, I put him in a little circle like that. You see? Steady, big fella. Good. We'll just ask him again. Good. I'll make it a little bit tighter because he's a bit excited. And it's a long straight road and the engine is deep. Not out thinking of a good night's sleep. Long, long roads of my life are calling me. Rough old hands flew to the wheel. Life full of sand from the way they feel. Lights coming over the hill are blinding me.
The next day we left for Darwin. On the way we saw Strauss Airfield. It's a historic site dating from 1942 to 45 and is one of the last surviving and most intact World War II pursuit fighter installations in Northern Australia. We stayed at Marara Caravan Park. Each site is fully self-contained with private ensuite facilities. 3 nights, $195. Once we settled into the caravan park, we went to the Mindil Sunset Market, where we were lucky enough to rock up when the beer can regatta was on. the market I came across the Good Riddance insect repellent store, which was perfect as I'd been wanting to try their product. Midges, mozzies and I are not friends. The beach is crowded with people waiting for the regatta to begin. The regatta has been run by the local Lions clubs since 1974. The competitors have to find the treasure and bring it back to shore. Now we're all waiting for that amazing sunset. Another spectacular sunset. The next day we went to the information centre. Lots of brochures inside. Next to the information centre was the Supreme Court of the Northern Territory and the Legislative Assembly of the Northern Territory Parliament Building. At Bicentennial Park there was a monument dedicated to the memory of those members of the Northern Territory Police, Fire and Emergency Services who have lost their lives in the performance of their duty. Next stop was the Darwin Military Museum. There's so much to see and read here, you could spend quite a long time, even the whole day. Darwin's been having a street art festival every year since 2017. There are so many beautiful works of art. This year there are 25 artists creating new pieces. This was a work in progress. We went down to Stokes Hill Wharf where we decided we'd sit back, have a drink and enjoy the view. Then it was off to the Darwin waterfront. It's easily accessible via the elevated sky bridge. Down the steps like this clown. Across the sky bridge. Then down the lift. How great is this space? I can just imagine on a hot day it would be packed. Now after a couple of days in Darwin, it's back to Katherine and back to our lovely caravan park. Thanks for watching, we appreciate it. See you next time.